Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I am in quarantine, well, like the social distancing thing, and I am very bored. I've been in here for a week now. So I am making YouTube videos because hoping it'll make me less bored, and also you guys can learn how to make a pretty simple meal. So today I'm going to be making pasta with pesto sauce. I actually made this last Saturday and it was really good. It has a lot of mostly vegetables, so it's healthy for you. Might add some more stuff, but this is what I'm working with right now. So for the pesto, we've got spinach, Parmesan, garlic, onion, butter to caramelize with. And then for seasonings, we've got oregano, thyme, rosemary, and parsley. And I'm using this edamame and mung bean fettuccine, which I've bought before and it's really good. It's just kind of chewy. Okay, so one thing to note, because I don't think I've ever actually cooked on this channel, I don't ever measure anything. I just kind of go with the flow. So just copy this recipe if you want to, as best as you can. I don't really have measurements. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I've got water boiling over there. I already put salt in it. Put this much butter in the pan. And you turn that on, probably about a medium heat. So then I'm going to take my garlic, open it with one hand. Maybe I should, okay, hang on. Woo, garlic opened. Okay, and then I'm just gonna scoop some out. When garlic is in the equation, remember, enough is probably too little. So put that much garlic in there. As you can see, I've already cut up my onions. It doesn't really matter how big you cut them up, because we're gonna put this on the food processor anyway, so this is really just fine. However big your food processor is, I guess, but you know, whatever. So throw that in the pan. Ooh. God, I bet that was horrible to watch, I'm sorry. Okay, so now we just kind of want to stir this around, get it in the butter. I mean, basic caramelization techniques. And just get everything all mixed up. Make sure everything is stuck to the side. There. All right, and just wait till this cooks down till the onions are a golden color, and then we will throw the spinach in. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention, you're going to want to obviously stir this around a bit throughout the process so that it does not stick to the bottom of the pan. But our water is clearly boiling. Also, I turned this up because I wanted to cook faster because the water is boiling faster than I had anticipated. So I will turn the water down to about medium heat. My eyes have started watering already because of the onions. I thought that was going to happen when I was cutting them, but apparently not. Okay, so the things here, just cut it. I think last time I cooked the whole thing, it made about 4 servings. So I think I'm only going to cook half, make about 2 servings this time. And then I know I'll have extra pesto because I did last time, so I'll just throw that in the container. Good thing that, spilled that everywhere. Good job, Jen. Okay, so while all that is cooking, I think I'm going to also put some broccoli with it. Either broccoli or put peas in it, just because the peas would give it an interesting texture. Let's go with peas. We'll put it in, not in the pesto, but we'll just put it in and mix it in. So, I think all I have to do is cut open this bag, put some in a bowl, stick it in the microwave, heat them up a little bit, and then they'll basically finish heating up in the sauce. All right, so we've got our bowl of peas. We're just gonna throw it in the microwave for, let's say, okay. And now we'll go ahead and check on this bad boy. Looks like this is pretty caramelized. This is basically the color that you want to get it. Just cook down so all the flavors can kind of marry together. So now we're going to add the spinach, wilt that, and then we'll throw it in the food processor. Okay, tip for spinach. Everyone knows this already, but I'm going to repeat it. This might look like a lot of spinach, but once it wilts, it will cook down. So basically you're just going to want to try and get it mixed in as best as possible with the other vegetables. Keep kind of moving it around so that it doesn't burn to the bottom of the pan. But once it's all wilted, it'll just be kind of a dark green, droopy color. You'll know. I mean, it won't look like leaves anymore. And it'll have reduced in size a lot. So just kind of get that all mixed in there. You can either throw your spices in now or you can put them straight into the food processor. I think I would rather put them in now. So I will go ahead and do that. Hey, Julio. I got a cat. He just woke up from a nap. Probably smells this and is starting to think that he wants dinner too. Okay, just throw that around. I'll throw the spices in a second. Also, I forgot to mention, check it on your pasta. Make sure that it's not sticking to each other or to the bottom of the pan. Again, that can also burn. I'm just going to go ahead and turn that down to 3 because it looks like it's cooked, and cover it. And then this I'm going to turn down also to 3 because it looks about right. All the spinach is wilted. So, I will now start adding the spices. Firstly, you have some oregano. Again, I don't really measure, so just kind of be throwing that shit on there. Thyme. I'm not going to make any jokes. Okay, we've got whole rosemary, which will break down in the food processor, which is good because it's like little sticks. And then lastly, we will add the parsley. Alright, here goes the parsley. It doesn't really come out very fast. Parsley doesn't really have a lot of flavor. Well, dried parsley doesn't, fresh does. And then just, obviously, your standard salt and pepper. Want to get that in there. And obviously, you can add some to taste on top after you're done anyway. Alright, so that is what our spices look like. Make sure to stir those around. They might get stuck to the bottom of the pan if there's space for it. But yeah, just stir it around. Make sure those guys are real happy in there. Alright. That looks to be about good. As you can see, the spinach really did cook down a whole lot. Now it basically looks like all onions, so... Alright, next up is adding this baby into the food processor. So I actually just figured out that I have a food processor attachment for my blender, which is way bigger than the small food processor I was using, so that's great. Okay, so, back to the show. We're just going to scoop all of this stuff straight into the food processor, which is so nice that this is big, because last time I had to like make a bunch of small trips to get everything in to the food processor and then like out of it, and it was just such a hassle. Okay. I'm just gonna not video this because I am spilling it everywhere. Okay, so I added some more fresh spinach that's not cooked on top just because I kind of want this to have more vegetables in it, but I also brought this almond milk out just in case I need it, you know, if this stuff gets stuck or anything like that. So, you know what? I'm not going to blend this because that is going to destroy your ears. So I'll just show you what it looks like after the blending, and then if I have to add anything, then I'll record that too. Okay, so here's what it looks like after about 40 seconds of blending. I'm just going to add literally the tiniest splash of milk, just to kind of make it a little bit more liquidy. But yeah, so I'll blend it up. It smells really good. I mean, anything with garlic and onion does, but this smells really good. Okay, sorry for the microwave going in the background. That looks good. I realized I just forgot to add the cheese, so I'm gonna do that. Hopefully it doesn't come all out in one chunk, but if it does, we're just gonna go with it. Again, doesn't really matter the amount, whatever you're comfortable with. I think I like that amount of cheese, and then I'll add some more on top. But yeah, so we're just gonna blend this baby up and then get her in the pot. Alright, so I've added the pesto into the pasta. Did not record me stirring it because I wanted to save you guys from a "that's what good pussy sounds like" joke. The rest of it I put in here. As you can see, there is quite a lot. This does make a lot of pesto, so you're good. It's gonna add the peas in, but that is really hot. So, just adding the peas in. Adding the peas. Okay. Gonna turn this around as best as I can, while also still trying to get some footage of it, even though nobody asked. And there it is. So as you can see, I've made a lot of pasta. There's a lot of pesto in there. This is full of vegetables, full of fiber, really good during this. All right, well, there you have it. Since this is called Jen Eats Stuff, I guess I will record myself eating one bite of this, and then I'll eat the rest of it while watching Narcos Mexico. I bet it's gonna be hot. That's okay. It is quite good.